But I love football, and that's why I usually fly all over the country to see it. I love football so much, I hate to see any team lose, to be honest with you. When you stop and think, football's a fair sport for my people. Only sport in the world a Negro can chase a white man and 40,000 people stand up and cheer him.
Great Dick Gregory. Our phone number is 1-800-528-1000. For those of you who are cerebrally challenged, that's the same number you're seeing on the screen. And now that you've seen it and heard the number, please do something about it. $30 gets you the Comic Relief T-shirt, $60 gets you both the T-shirt and the souvenir sweatshirt. Now that I'm done selling clothes, we now bring to the stage a man of 1,000 voices, but he's probably going to do the same 3 he always does, but he does them great. Bush, Fabio, and Aunt Margaret, forget about how good he is. Ladies and gentlemen, from A Few Good Men and Grumpy Old Men, a man among men, Kevin Pollak. Hey, how are you? We too all know.
Thank you very much. This is very exciting. Are you having fun? It really is exciting. I mean, everybody's here. I run into Dustin Hoffman backstage. You're Dustin Hoffman? Yeah. How's the audience? 5,374 people. Yeah. 71. Somebody went to the bathroom. Yeah. All the topics are gone. This is what's frustrating. You're a comedian backstage. You're pacing back and forth. All the topics are gone. There's nothing left for me to talk about. It's basically a discussion of lawlessness in our country tonight. It's a little frightening. I think we should make up our own laws. You know, you have the common laws. We're common people. We should make up our own common laws. I've made up a few of my own. I share them with you now. Common laws for you and yours. If you borrow an article of clothing from someone and it looks better on you, you get to keep it. Common law. If you bring a baby into a movie theater, infant, 9 months or less, when the movie's over, everybody gets to slap you. Just once, hard and fast. And my favorite, if you dislike someone simply because of the color of their skin, when you die, you come back as a Hare Krishna. That way, regardless of what color your skin is, everybody hates you. Common laws for you and yours. Happy New Year! We're in that strange phase here, the end of week 2, still sort of getting over 93. An amazing year. Huge, incredible year for Steven Spielberg. There's Jurassic Park, almost $900 million from this movie. Who has the most to gain? Of course, Steven Spielberg. Who has the most to lose? Barney. Poor Barney. Couldn't even get an audition for this film. You know, he's cranky and bitter on the phone with his agent. Come on, Morty, you gotta get me an audition with him. You tell Spielberg's dinosaurs are purple. Yes, they are. I love him. He loves me. Come on, help me out here, for Christ's sake. I feel sorry for the actor inside the Barney suit. Not a real strong renegotiation leg to stand on this guy has, huh? Can you imagine being this guy's agent, trying to convince anyone with a straight face? You don't understand. Only my guy can do this. You think anybody can do this? I can't do it. Look at me, I suck. I can't do this. I'd love to go to just one of the tapings of this Barney thing, because you know that guy's got to be cranky and pissed off between tapings. He's got the big, sweaty Barney hat off his head, finally sitting on the chair next to me, still in the Barney suit. Yeah, get the hell away from me. I'll be out in a second. Keep these kids off my tail, for Christ's sake. I need this crap. I got to get a real agent, for God's sakes. We got the Academy Awards coming up. Spielberg, of course, for Schindler's List, looks pretty damn hot. Amazing movie. Last year, 93, we awarded all the guys who stuck around pretty much. Clint Eastwood won Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor went to Al Pacino. Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha, I'm just getting started. One of America's greatest actors wins an Academy Award for doing an impression of Foghorn Leghorn. Hoo-ha. Boy, I said, boy, get me a bourbon. Gonna do a sequel next. Gonna do Daffy. Thun, I said thun. I guess my favorite cartoon character Without question, in '93, my favorite cartoon character would, of course, be Ross Perot. Is his voice starting to send chills up your back? All right, see, here's the thing. People still ask me why I spent $65 million on a campaign I knew I couldn't win. Well, you see, it's really quite simple. I wanted to be on television. What the hell do I need with $65 million? Hell, I got $3 billion. I could lose 2 and not be cranky. I loved his analogies that meant nothing. All right, see, here's the thing. You gonna let me finish? The economy is like peanut butter, see? If you feed it to a horse and he chews on it, it'll look like he's talking. We gotta take care of America's homeless. This is sad. We gotta take care of America's homeless before they move on down to Mexico. I'm sorry, but this NAFTA thing's got me cranky. But Ross was easy to get because he's such a cartoon. Clinton was very difficult for me to nail because when I was trying to get the voice, I kept hearing Jimmy Carter in my head, which you can imagine very upsetting. Because they both have that high southern voice, you know, real high, real southern. That wasn't quite it, and it was pissing me off. I couldn't quite get it. And then what happened was one day, I added Elvis Presley. And when I added Elvis Presley, I realized we do have the king in the White House, and that's exciting. We're very happy NAFTA got pushed through, very pleased about this, very excited. We're going to work very hard on the health care program. The Democrats have worked very hard trying to put together a great health care plan for America, unlike the Republicans, whose idea of health care was just say no to sickness. Hoo-ha! I'm just getting started. Yes, we have had a lot of fun, and celebrities are doing a wonderful thing. And please donate as much money as you possibly can. There is one celebrity in '93 that pissed me off to no end, and I have to speak about this. So we're talking about a lot tonight about abuse against women. This Billy Idol punches a woman in the face, is charged with this crime and convicted. And like a lot of scumbag celebrities, because they're celebrities, he gets off with probation, and he has to do public service announcements. Oh, I see. So he goes from spineless, syphilitic loser to spokesperson. Hi, this is Billy Idol, and you may have read in the paper or seen on the telly or something that I punched a woman in the face, and I'm not proud of it, you know. I mean, I wouldn't do it now, because I'm sober. But I do love women, I do. I love women, I do. I think what I love most about women is that they're so unsuspecting, really. They're so trusting, you know. They don't think you'd actually hit them. I do love it. I mean, the little made-up faces are like perfect little floating piñatas, you know. I love women. Of course, now that I've done this, you know, they'll see me coming, they'll be flinching and all that sort of thing. I'll have to fake with my right and get them with their left. Please donate as much as you can. Thank you all very much. Good night.
All right, the show is half done. All right, we have. Oh, I love that. Could you do that like the choir did?
You have to be born with it, honey.
I can't.
You got to be born with it.
I couldn't
Go ahead.
quite get it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Please help the United Caucasian Rhythm Foundation.
Can't.
I feel them. Ow.
Because rhythm is a terrible thing to waste.
I love that when they did that. What are you davening there? You're sitting there davening.
All of a sudden, we're two live Jews.
Whoa. Boom, shaka, 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 boom.
Oi, oi, got a thing, got a car, gonna run it now, Ben.
You know, this always happens. You get something good going, and white people come and want to do it.
All right, all right.
Please.
Okay.
We're here for something, right?
We are here for a very important thing.
Okay.
We have a tradition here. We'll
All
be on
right.
comic relief.
Please.
We salute some of the great television and comedy shows
Look at him.
Look at him.
He's stepping on.
Can't you stop?
Again.
We're about to bring out
You
some
see?
very important people, and you can't control yourself.
Try.
I can.
No, you can't.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Wait,
Gonna
I got it. I
what?
got it.
What?
I'll be like Giuliani's kid.
All right. There he is. Adam, stop it.
Hey, hey, hey.
I think we can move him, New York City forward. I think that there is crime on the street. I think that
Mr. Giuliani, I can't do nothing with this boy. Don't wipe that on me. Shit.
Didn't you
sixes
just
and a
want to
four.
see him, boom, just once do that?
Yes, one time.
This is, we're going to pay tribute to a fantastic comedy show, and we've done it on every show, and the shows that have entertained us and inspired us, and this year we've decided to salute the grandparent of all of them, your show of shows.
Yeah. 25 years before Saturday Night Live, there was another 90-minute, totally live variety show on NBC every Saturday night. A show that was so big that movie theater owners petitioned the network to move it to midweek because it was cutting into their Saturday night business.
When your show of shows premiered on a winter night in 1950, nobody really knew who the performers were. By the end of the first season, Sid Caesar, Imogene Coca, Carl Reiner, and Howard Morris were major stars.
Yeah.
And the show's run ended 4 years later. They were legends.
Now, of course, no one ever knows the writers' names, but that wasn't a problem here. In a few years, everyone was familiar with some of the show of show team. Writers like Neil Simon and Mel Brooks.
See, back then, television didn't have the grip on the world that it does today. People needed a real reason to buy a television set. Your show of shows gave them one. For a lot of people who tuned into television for the first time, your show of shows really lived up to its name. I was one of them.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. First time I saw Sid Caesar come out on stage, he came out as Yul Brynner in The King and I. He came out barefooted, hit a pose, and went, "Who's smoking in the palace?" Like that on a vampire. And that's when I knew I wanted to do something. I mean, I can remember making a major crying scene, just like Howard Morris did in This Is Your Life sketch when I had to go to bed. Man, before your show shows, I want to see Uncle Goopy and the Hickenloopers and the Professor. I wanted to see the silent movie and the parody of the current big hit movie, even before I knew what a parody was. I wanted to see some of this kind of stuff. Watch.
Here he is now, Professor Ludwig von Spacebrain. Good evening, Professor.
Good evening.
I wonder if you can give us a fast resume of what's your theory of jet propulsion and how it operates.
Well, you see, jet propulsion is pressure in an object, you see, and when that pressure escapes, it thrusts the object forward, see?
Well, what do you mean?
Like pressure comes, understand? You understand? But if I put a resistor there, I get pressure, see, like go, see, I go back like that. See, I go back like that. But there has to be a motor that drives the resistor.
A motor.
So it goes, understand? Then there's an escape valve in case you get too much pressure. Understand? So jet propulsion is somewhat like this.
And that is jet propulsion.
No, I just use that at parties. I just get out. Here amongst the ocean, I can see it a different light. See it not as a hard-boiled dancing girl, but as a lost person. And I'm going to find you, whoever you are.
Monty, you really mean that?
Every word.
Monty, I used to dream of a knight in shining armor who would get... and an enchanted castle. Since I found you, I don't dream that anymore.
Kind of rough tonight, ain't it?
You've got one big fat nerve. Think you're going to throw me over for that fat face over there?
Why don't you get...
Pardon me, can I...
Sit down! Don't let him fool you. Let him fool your fat big heads and I'm through with you.
Is that what you're trying to say? You're trying to say you're finished with me? I'd like to hear you say it. Just once, I'd like to hear you say it.
I'm through with you.
Say it again twice. Okay, baby. You
Gut.
Swordbelt! Swordbelt!
Swordbelt! Swordbelt! 1, 2, 3, 4.
Swordbelt!
Mitmachen hier. General, können Sie ins machen? Ein Hand. Ja, gut, gut, gut. Ein anderer. Ja, gut, 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 gut. Ja, ein anderer. Ja. Gut, 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 gut. Gut gemacht. Gut.
Hier haben Sie hier, lasst mich will auch nur Parfüm spritzen.
Parfüm spritzen.
Du hast gespritzt in der Ei.
Gespritzt auf das Ei?
Ja.
Ah, so.
Gut.
Now we'd like to play, sing another song for you. It's on the other side of our hit record, but this side is selling more than the other side. So it's a great record. Everybody's buying half records now, but I wish you buy this side. This one is called Flippin' Over You. Hit it, Professor. Flippin' Over You.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 4 people who ruined a child's sleep, the legendary stars of your show of shows, Howard Morris, Carl Reiner, Imogene Coke, and the man himself, Sid Caesar.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. We're really very glad to be here tonight and to acknowledge your very, it seems, sincere tribute. In case you're wondering, I am the legendary Carl Reiner. And this is the legendary Howard Morris. And here, as you might have guessed, is someone who is twice as legendary as either one of us, the legendary Imogene Coca. And here is the legend of legends himself, our fearless leader, Sid Caesar.
Thank you. Thank you, Carl. It's truly a pleasure to be here, part of the show tonight, and to be with these 3 beautiful, beautiful people.
Oh! You look so nice. It's amazing, you know, to realize that 40 years ago, we were doing a live television show every week, and it was such fun. You have no idea what it was like working with these gifted, wonderful gentlemen.
Oh,
I had a ball. It was lovely.
Yeah, ours was 90 minutes. This one is going to be about 90 hours.
TV was very different then. Outside, there was a war in Korea. there was McCarthyism, there was all sorts of social unrest, but none of that was brought into the entertainment side of TV.
Today, things are a little different. The show makes you laugh and makes you care. But one thing hasn't changed. Comedy alleviates suffering. We did it one way, comedy relief does it in two ways. You can help not by just laughing, but by picking up a telephone.
Yeah. Make a donation. Help get some folks back on their feet.
What should they get?
Should they get a T-shirt?
Oh, yes. Get a T-shirt. You'll look gorgeous.
If everyone who ever laughed at your show of shows, or the people who were watching the show of shows, if you laughed at them, would you make a call? We could all make a big difference by doing that.
That would be a very special tribute. It would be the icing on the cake. Thank you, and a happy and healthy New Year.
Nice to see you.
You guys are too much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis Franz.
Are you kidding me? Sid Caesar, Imogene Coca, Carl Reiner, and Howard Morris. I'm getting a sore neck back there. I'm looking at all these wonderful, wonderful people. It is great to be here. And yeah, I know a lot of you came here tonight to see a bit of my tush, but I'm sorry. I'm going to have to disappoint you. I'm saving that for my show, NYPD Blue. So I came here tonight not merely as a sex object, but as a citizen concerned with many of the same issues that concern most everyone in this country. And high on the list of priorities is the problem of homelessness. Now, you see a lot of things on the street. Not all of them are pleasant. You see the result of drug abuse, child abuse, and just plain confidence abuse when you look into the faces of homeless people. Now, some of us try to step aside to avoid their eyes and ignore their problems, but we really can't, because we know in our hearts that most of them are there because of something beyond their control, something that can hit someone you know and love, or even you yourself. So you approach them with a lot more compassion when that thought penetrates. It's there but for the grace of God time, and it's time to pitch in and help. Now, there is a bright side to all of this. And the bright side is that homelessness, if attacked at the source, can be dramatically reduced and eventually eliminated. But it requires a firm commitment on the part of individuals, business, government, and organizations such as Comic Relief. There is health care that is being made available thanks to the caring people like yourselves who supply the funds for it. And there are shelters and advisors and food, and most important, there is hope. And that hope is a direct result of those who believe in second chances, helping hands, and putting their money where their mouths are. Now, if you fit that description, and I know you do, then you get on the ball, you get on the phone, and do the deed. Make a contribution to Comic Relief. Thank you.
Now, I come from a nice little town up north here called San Francisco. Listen. Now, it's a town I terrorize with some frequency, and it's been kind of a petri dish for all sorts of comedy. It's a proving ground for a teeming mass of comedians, and the latest model is a friend of mine. She says she came to San Francisco to become a hippie, but she was too late. By the time she got there, all the hippies were into real estate. But the only thing left for her was to go into virtual reality. And now, her one-woman show called Memory Tricks ran off Broadway at the New York Shakespeare Festival. Her latest show is entitled Marga Gomez is pretty, witty, and gay, which was the secret name of J. Edgar Hoover. Shh, don't tell him. I'm a G-string man. Hold it. Now. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very wonderful comedian. She's not heavy. She's my brother, Marga Gomez.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel so unknown. All right. Well, let's see. I'm half Puerto Rican. Way in the back. Half Cuban. Right on. And half lesbian. Okay. Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, ooh, that hair, those tits. She doesn't look Cuban. Look, see? Cindy Crawford shaved my armpits. Smooth. Okay. All right, then. All right, I'm just going to read prose. I'm going to read to you now from the diary of Anais Nin, the famous bohemian feminist erotic writer of Europe. And she was also in that film, Henry and June. How many of you saw that? Yeah. I saw it many, many times, not just for myself, but for people who went to see it who might have been uncomfortable with the bisexuality in it, and I would go and sit next to those people in the movie theater and be their guide. I did that. This is from one of her unpublished journals. Nobody knows about this one. I found it in the back of a taxi. 1958, Disneyland. While waiting online for the Matterhorn, I had the feeling that I was being watched. I turned in the direction of the intensity, but all I saw was someone selling pretzels and the usual Disneyland characters. Goofy, Chip and Dale, the two mice, Mickey and his wife, Minnie. They were entertaining the little children. At one point, I thought that I saw Minnie shoot me a look. It seemed to be a challenge, a dare, if you will. I told myself, it is nothing. I am being too disturbed. Later, as I walked along Main Street with my blouse open and the back of my skirt unfortunately hacked into my panties, my instinct told me that I was being followed. I looked behind, and there was Minnie leaning coquettishly against an artificial tree. A bow undone. She had slipped out of her little red shoes, and through her dress I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 erect nipples. You know, I know I am a Latin woman, but I would never sever anybody's penis. I wouldn't really know where it is. Today I was, at a coffee shop having coffee and reading the paper, and the guy at the next table says to me, "Miss, can I have your sports section?" Right, he's assuming because I'm a woman I have no interest in sports, and I don't. But I hate to be pigeonholed. So I told him, no, I was just about to read the sports section. In fact, that's why I buy the newspaper for the sports, because I live in San Francisco and I care how the 45ers are doing. I want to know. Not that I'm bitter. I'm not a bitter person. I've seen bitter, evil people on the Phil Donahue show. There was a program devoted to white racists and their children. They breed. And one of the white racists really said this. "Well, I think all the Puerto Ricans should go back to Mexico." Yes, buy me a ticket, you wizard, you. I mean, Mexico's a place I'd love to go. I'm always going places I don't want to go. I was in Salt Lake City, Utah. I was the only Latina there. It was not my town. I couldn't get a cappuccino anywhere. No, we don't serve Mexican food here. Really. No Spanish television at all, which is hard for me because I watch the Spanish soap operas because I'm trying to learn Spanish. I really don't know Spanish, although my name is Gomez. See, I was raised by a pack of wild Irish nuns. We called it Catholic school. And so I watch Spanish soap operas, and they're really great. Anybody else on UHF, or as my people say, oof? It's a great way to learn Spanish because the people on the soaps, they're so emotional. Even if you don't know Spanish, you'll follow what's happening. Te quiero. Te odio. Ay, ya no puedo tener niños. Déjame, déjame. Those are just the commercials. Thanks a lot, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Comic Relief 5 was held before a sold-out audience at the Universal Amphitheater. No doubt, the most successful LA Comic Relief to date. Over $6.6 million was raised in pledges, and the A-list show was nothing less than spectacular. Since that night, Comic Relief has been going non-stop with a variety of fundraising events. In August 1992, Hurricanes Andrew and Aniki blasted ashore with sustained winds of over 145 miles per hour. But help was on the way. Comic Relief joined forces with Showtime and Gloria Estefan at Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami, Florida. Before a sold-out crowd of 70,000, performances included Whoopi Goldberg, Elaine Boozler, Jimmy Buffett, the Bee Gees, Rosie O'Donnell, John Cicada, Weird Al Yankovic, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Paul Simon, Andy Garcia, and Julio Iglesias. Over $2.5 million was raised to help the hurricane victims. And 5 months later, Comic Relief returned to Miami and teamed up with the Major League Baseball Players Association and Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital for another star-studded event benefiting local projects. The spectacular lineup included Michael Bolton, Celine Dion, Shaka Khan, Victoria Jackson, Robert Wool, Catherine O'Hara, Spinal Tap, and hard-hitting Major League Baseball players like Dennis Eckersley, Roger Clemens, and Barry Bonds. Comic Relief scored a home run that night at the Bayfront Amphitheater. Another exciting development for us this past year was our new relationship with the Spring Air Mattress Company and their spokesperson, Vanna White. They teamed up with us to create the Spring Air Bed Bank and have personally donated $100,000 worth of mattresses to Comic Relief shelters in 10 major cities across America. Due to the success of a superstar salute to baseball in Miami, Comic Relief joined up with the Fox Network and the Willie Mays Say Hey Foundation to present Baseball Relief in Los Angeles. Airing on the eve of the first game of the 1993 World Series, the heavy hitters included Billy Crystal, Sharon Stone, Michael Richards, John Lovitz, Jerry Seinfeld, Jane Curtin, Marsha Warfield, A.J. Jamal, Harry Shearer, Boys to Men, Richard Jenney, Garrett Morris, Father Guido Sarducci, Tommy Lasorda, and Rookie of the Year, Mike Piazza. Everyone went home a winner that night.
Are you ready to stop the insanity?